And now, your first alert weather.
I was commenting to Carol that the view over Idaho Falls just keeps getting worse. Really hazy out there with all that smoke blowing in. That's going to be a continued theme, unfortunately, for the next several days, as will a few thunderstorms here and there. Hopefully that'll give us some temporary relief from the smoke once in a while, at least. 87 degrees is your current temperature into Idaho Falls. We've actually warmed up a little bit over the course of the last hour or so. Just a 3-mile-per-hour breeze, which is probably kind of the reason that that smoke is just settling down and staying nice and thick. Here's a look at the Viper radar, where we do have some showers that were over the Snake River Plain, now pushing over the foothills. We saw a little bit of some lightning activity south of Idaho Falls, but that's now calmed down, and we're keeping most of our lightning and thunder, as well as I imagine some hail, over into Wyoming. Haven't seen too much of that activity into East Idaho, at least. It all happens as a high pressure system hangs out to our south, and it's pumping in storms as well as that smoke from Northern California. In fact, take a good look at this pattern here, those arrows, that direction in the jet stream, and see if you can recognize what's happening here with the smoke. You can see the red glowing areas indicating wildfires, and then of course all the smoke pushing in over the central U.S., stretching, we heard earlier, all the way even into Kansas. Some of those California fires dropping some smoke into those areas. So pretty impressive stuff here. Looking at continued chances for a few showers into the southeast Idaho through the nighttime hours tonight. A few more into central Idaho with just a light chance for some showers by tomorrow morning into those mountain areas. A little bit of clouds to start out the day, but then we see some sunshine. At least we'll try to see it through the haze through the morning hours into the early afternoon before some thunderstorm activity picks up. We'll see some good scattered activity here. A little bit better chance for some showers into the Snake River Plain, as well as some lightning activity tomorrow, as we are expecting highs to hit some low 90s pretty widespread through the area. Here is your Wednesday morning. Again, quite calm through the morning hours, but then the same pattern continues. Watching for some thunder and lightning, especially into the mountain areas by Wednesday evening, and then pushing through into the nighttime hours. Here's a look at your highs for tomorrow. Still keeping it nice and hot for your Tuesday, looking at 90s for McCammon, Malad, and Preston, with 80s through Soda Springs, Montpelier. Also seeing 80s into western Wyoming with an 80-degree high for Jackson. Upper 80s for Rexburg as well as St. Anthony, with about 86 as a high for Dubois. Into central Idaho, more 80s. Mid 80s for Chalice and Salmon, looking for low 80s through Ketchum and Mackey, with 85 as a high for Arco. Pocatello top out around 91. We'll look for upper 80s through Blackfoot as well as Idaho Falls. And we will eventually, through the 8-day forecast, see a little bit of a cool down, a little bit of a shift in the weather pattern. We'll see us just into the 70s by the beginning of next week. But in the meantime, we stay pretty warm. That shift in the weather pattern could also clear up the air a little bit, but we're still not 100% certain. What we are pretty positive of is that we'll see some smoke through Wednesday, even Thursday, before we get a chance of clearing up a bit. Also watching for a bit of wind by this weekend. Until then, winds aren't going to be too bad. Pretty much what we saw today will be the norm. Wind speeds around 10 miles per hour for much of the plain, looking for just a few showers here and there for Rexburg through the work week, even holding on to just a 10% chance through most days. But tomorrow's going to be a pretty good shot at some thunderstorm activity for Blackfoot as well. Watching for more sunshine towards the tail end of the week. Salmon's looking at upper 80s Tuesday, Wednesday, before we eventually cool down into 70s for the beginning of next week. Also Jackson watching for a little bit of wind at that point. A good chance for some showers each day, just some scattered and some isolated thunderstorms as we push through that extended forecast. Carol.
We really just need one super duper downpour.
Yeah, a real nice downpour. I think that would at least temporarily clean us up. Yeah.
That's so unusual for us to ask for that, but
I know.
Yeah, okay.
It would be nice.
It was an eventful weekend for Pocatello native